Akram, Dr. Boutros, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it. What's your response to the auditor's report?
It's been a long time coming. November 21st is when I was fired. November 22nd I came and met with Monica and did my first interview.
Monica Robbins, of course.
Yeah, and we've been waiting for this. We felt very comfortable that I had done nothing wrong, and absolutely gratified that the auditor came to the same conclusion. Honestly, but it's been really difficult 2 years for me and my family.
I'm going to ask you about that in a second. Do you consider this a victory, a total victory?
Oh, absolutely, and I'll tell you why. I mean, some people are asking me that, the same thing is, in a nutshell, the board called me a liar and a thief. The report they issued to corroborate or to justify their firing said that I was criminally liable, and they listed a multitude of things. The auditor said that's not true. That's all there is to it. That is absolutely not true. The board took what is a compensation dispute and turned it into the scandal. Now, I will tell you, as an executive for 30 years and a CEO for 15 of them, compensation disputes happen with executives every day.
Well, let me ask you this. Metro, the board, is also claiming victory today. I want to read this statement. I know you're familiar with it, but I'm going to read it just for folks at home to hear it. This is the board. While the auditor's report does not find sufficient evidence to support a criminal referral, the report is clear on several key facts, including one, Dr. Boutros did not share the development and management of the bonus program directly with the board. Two, the auditor was unable to identify any supporting documentation for overt authorization by the board for Dr. Boutros' participation in this bonus program. And three, when confronted with the payment of the unauthorized bonuses, Dr. Boutros repaid the bonuses, including interest, at a total of $2.1 million. And here's the part I'd like you to react to, if you would. The board sums up its response by saying, these facts make it clear that the board acted properly in terminating Dr. Boutros for cause and recouping millions of dollars in unauthorized bonus payments. Your response to that?
So I will tell you is, I'm absolutely befuddled by their response. I've been on a lot of boards. As a fiduciary, this is exactly what you want the report to say. There were no criminal activities at your organization. That is a moment when you should be celebrating as a board that nothing happened. They're not doing that. They're doubling down and saying that something still was wrong. That, to me, is not people fulfilling their fiduciary responsibility. It's people worried about their reputation, their individual reputation. MetroHealth needs to come first.
Why do you think the board did this in the first place? The board is giving its reasons. Why do you think this happened in the first place?
Oh, it has been the question I have been asked most during the past 2 years. And initially I didn't understand the root cause, but I can tell you I'm pretty much think I understand that. And it began in April of 21 when I told the board this was my last contract. They asked me immediately to reconsider and extend the agreement. In May, I gave them my side of the agreement, said this is what I would like to discuss with you, this is what we would like to get to, for me to extend for another 5 years. Had multiple meetings, very little communication, almost no follow-up, and I gave the board chair that October would be the last day we could do this. I felt like there had to be something going on maybe they didn't want me, but I don't know why they asked me to do that. But there was clearly angst going on there. So I said to them, I said to the board's chair, look, I have a life to live. I have a career to go to. October is the last board meeting in October is the last time we do this. If I don't have it, I'm withdrawing. They didn't believe it's true. I had to call her that night.
Her being?
Vanessa Whiting, the board chair.
president.
Yeah, and I said, what's going on? She says, oh, we didn't reach agreement. I said, Vanessa, I'm done. I'm sending you the email today telling you that I'm no longer extending. And in the email, I criticized their process. Well, I was later to find out they became very angry. They became very angry that I had the gall to say I'm not going to extend. And they were significantly worried, appropriately so, by the way, about the flack they got that one of the most successful CEOs in the history of MetroHealth had decided to leave at the very peak of MetroHealth. And so they became very angry, and this became, I guess, an affront to them. They were upset with me, and that changed the direction of our relationship. Mm-hmm. But I would like to address their statement,
sure,
if possible. So you will see next week or so, and we're asking the auditor for their documentation as well. You'll see documents that MetroHealth hired a public relations firm to really do this smear campaign. And the public relations firm said to them that if you let Akram come out with his story first, this is in writing, you will look like a hapless board. They said he will garner significant support, and every story, every news story, there is a villain, a victim, and a vindicator. And if he comes out first, he will be the victim. So they decided to make me the villain. Today, the auditor's report, I hope it's clear to everybody, is that I'm the victim and the auditor is the vindicator. I'm sorry, just a couple more things.
Sure.
So the first point is I didn't share the development and management of the program, incentive program. I can tell you this, and again, documentation from MetroHealth. Every initiative that was utilized for the supplemental program, every initiative in all 5 years was approved by the board, was reported on at least 4 times a year to the board, and the final results of those initiatives, the metrics, were presented to the board in the year in review. As far as the second point, the auditor could not identify supporting documentation for overt authorization for me. There is no overt documentation for authorization for all 400 plus people who received that. That was not a part of the program. And lastly, I paid the amounts back. As you can see, they cut and paste here. I had an agreement with the board, and it is documented between my lawyer and the board's lawyer that says I am temporarily repaying the amounts of money for the board to reassess me and give me the amount that they believe is correct, which could have been more. We have tapes of board members saying, please do that, and the amounts can be more.
You paid back this $2.1 million to the board. Is it your expectation now that you will receive that back?
It's my expectation that I will receive that back. Our expectation that I will receive back the money that they took from my retirement account, over $1 million they took from my retirement account. There are other contractual obligations that they have. They've caused me irreparable harm. Look, my reputation got destroyed. I am unable to earn a living, and my doctors have told me that the amount of stress I have been under is what triggered my cancer. So it was a trifecta: reputation, livelihood, and health.
You had originally filed a $20 million defamation suit against Metro. You withdrew it, citing your health and getting treatment. Will you refile that lawsuit? You will.
Yeah,
Same terms, anything specific you can tell us about it?
Yeah, I can tell you this: people said it was $20 million because $20 million was their contractual obligations. That's not what this lawsuit is going to be. It's going to be a greater number than that. Here is the most important thing I want to tell you. I don't want to have to take MetroHealth to court. I am imploring the board, I am imploring this community to intervene so we can have an amicable solution to this. I don't want to put MetroHealth at significant financial risk. And again, bewildering to me, there are insurance policies. I was in charge of buying them that covered this thing, that could easily resolve this matter. And instead of taking that road, the board continues to insist to put MetroHealth at significant risk. And you know better than anybody, being in the news, what defamation lawsuits, what juries award for defamation lawsuits. Massive amounts of money.
Let me ask you this. What is next for you at this point? We talked about the lawsuit. What's next for Akram Boutros at this point? I have been focused on, I started to refocus on working in community and helping in the community. I've been working with Brendan Kristowski. I think you know him from Edwin's. Of course.
Second Chances. I've been working with him and expanding his program nationally. I love Brandon. He does wonderful work. I've been working with Stuart Mazinski on Kindland and bringing kindness all over. We're hoping to have a national council that will involve some of the healthcare's most preeminent leaders in this, and to use that to combat gun violence. I have started a company to attempt to resolve, and we think we're in a good stead to resolve the inpatient nursing crisis, so that we have enough nurses at the bedside taking care of patients. And I consult for people who want to create a transformation in their company. Some of it I do pro bono because I like the folks, and I want to continue to create positive change in this community and healthcare.
You haven't done many interviews like this in the past 2 years, so I have to ask you, for those folks who are just seeing you for the first time, just hearing this story for the first time, or those who are very familiar with it, what do you want them to know about you and in this situation?
I came, and I think you know this, but not everybody does. I came from New York not because I needed the MetroHealth job. I was very successful in New York in what I did as CEO of multiple hospitals and had been doing really, really well. I came because MetroHealth needed new leadership, and this city needed MetroHealth. I could not imagine what this city healthcare would be like without MetroHealth. So I came to make a change. Everything I did, and my job was 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. My job was always focused on the health and well-being of our community and our staff. I love our staff, and I love our patients. All of this is so incredibly, it's so disheartening because I've never made a decision based on my finances. while I was at MetroHealth. To say that I was dishonest and I stole money, it is absolutely extraordinary. It's beyond devastating. So what I want is that I want the community to know two things. I am not mad at this community. I am not mad at MetroHealth. I'm not even mad at the people who did this. I want to move on. I want them to move on. I want MetroHealth to succeed. So for me, we all need to be kind. I'm on the board of Kindland, and I'm telling you, we all need to be kinder to each other. This city needs it, this county needs it, this country needs it. And we should just start figuring out amicable solutions rather than constantly fighting.
All right. Akram Boutros, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Russ.